Okay, so today it's all about getting as quick as I can to Hong Kong. I'm probably not going to go too fast because it seems like the road is really windy up ahead, and that typically means mountains. I think I'm going to take it easy headed to Hong Kong. I've got a lot of time. Maybe it'll take 2 or 3 days, or maybe even 4. But as long as it takes, I'll get there when I get there. I know that I often say it's not about getting from point A to point B, but on days like today it kind of is. There's not much to see in the road, there's not much beauty, there's a lot of dust. The roads are really, really dusty. As a matter of fact, I'm on the shoulder, and the shoulder is basically like a beach. And I've been riding for a good 3.5, 4 hours, and I'm a little tired, so I'm trying to catch a little cat nap. The idea of finding a good place for a cat nap is something I've kind of been trying to figure out. For me, if I can find a place with a nice shoulder where I'm fairly clearly visible to traffic, maybe not on a blind shoulder or something like that, that's ideal. Also a place without a lot of foot traffic. I haven't seen a pedestrian walk up here for quite some time, so I know that I'm pretty safe from passers-by. Not that I'm worried about getting anything really stolen, but you never know, and better safe than sorry. I'd like to go another 89 kilometers today to hit the next city, which would be a good place to sleep. But if I'm not feeling up to it, then I'm not going to make it. So I've got to kind of set up and take a little nap and try and build up some energy. Did not feel like I was going to be using my camera this much today. So maybe I have to thank the gods of fucked up shit. I can see the culprit of why I lost the trailer at this point, but I can also see that this was kind of a long time coming. It ripped just clean off the trailer. I'm getting to the next city will be just the start, because then I'm going to have to figure out a way to rig this trailer into working order. I had these bungees, and basically I rigged up the trailer. I have it balanced so that as long as it's lifted in the front, it doesn't have a lot of weight pulling down. So as long as I can take it easy, go slow. I was gonna go 80 kilometers, but there's a city that's just like 20 or 30 ahead that I guess I'll have to call it there. I hope that there's a welder there. Kind of lucky that I had this cage made. I had this component put on for my cover, but it seems like it's going to work pretty well for this purpose as well. Only thing maybe is on turns and things, but even with the bungees give you a little flexibility, so even you can turn. You can see how slow the trucks are going. Everybody's having trouble on this part of the road, me included. I can work with this though. It's not a killer. Getting a little angry. I'm riding through these little towns and they're just stacked with metal. Like stacked up with metal and welders and tire fixing places and cars up on blocks, and I show them what I'm looking for, show them what I need help on. We don't do that. What are you talking about? You've got aluminum stacked up and person's welding it. You're telling me you can't help me? I don't know if it's they're just nervous because I'm foreign, or just don't want to deal with it. But man, I gotta get this thing fixed. But right now I'm driving like snail's pace. Okay, so I've spent the last few hours looking for a welder to fix the trailer. There's a ton of steel welders, but there's not a lot of aluminum welders. And I was told that I got to drive another 10 kilometers to a city that might, question mark, might have somebody that can rig something up for me. The bungee cords actually do a pretty good job as long as I'm on a flat road. But if the road gets hairy, then that trailer starts swinging around and I get nervous. I have reduced my speed considerably, and now I'm just kind of plugging along. Okay, so I'm going to be forced to call it early. I've only traveled about 65 kilometers, but I'm hoping that I can find a aluminum welder that can fix my trailer here. So I'm going to bed down. I found a hotel. It's nothing special, I guess. Well, I'm not going to preconceive any notions, but I'm guessing it's not. This is not exactly a big city. But it looks like it's trying to be. Wow, what a bunch of construction here. So my trailer is busted, and the hotel is right here. And I found a guy here that's right next to the hotel that's selling welding machines. Might be my luck. He's on the phone with the guy who I think he sold a machine to. I hope this spells good news and not bad news.
2型，再过去还是很近，这里又一个这样的。
所以我去那儿，然后
过这个啊。
Yeah， 1、2、3，
还有一个。
OK， 然后这是这个工作的名字。
有这个一个点一个点。
Okay, so it looks like I got some good intel. And I found a place that can fix my trailer. So these good guys are gonna hopefully repair the mess. Meanwhile, the kids are over there playing with my flag. Hopefully they bring it back. 100% sure if this is going to be better than before. I keep telling him I want it stronger, but I don't know if he understands. So JaYoe! JaYoe! Okay, so I think it's fixed. I hope it lasts a little while because we've got a long road ahead. I'll have to watch the trailer from now on, which kind of sucks. Alright, so the trailer has been fixed, but I'm not sure for how long. If it couldn't last the first month or a month and a half, I don't think I can count on it to last 5 years. So this is a shout out in the video. If anybody knows of a good cargo trailer, I make pretty cool videos, and a cargo trailer that works would get a lot of high praise from me. All in all, not a bad day. I had my first structural failure, and within 3 hours the problem was rectified. I'll go back to the hotel, get some food in a weird little city I don't know anything about. But you know what? I don't know anything about any cities I go to recently. So I'm stuck in Xinfeng for an extra day. I spent most of the day, actually, after my trailer got fixed, kind of just being lazy, doing some basic things I needed to get done, but it's my second night here. I figured I should go out. The guys at the giant shop in Ganzhou have a friend here that messaged me, and she has a dance studio, and she invited me to see her dance studio, so I'm going there, and then afterwards she's going to show me a special place to eat, which is nice. So the person I was supposed to meet saw me, and I think that she was with her husband, who's a police officer. And she was supposed to take me to a dancing class and then show me a local place to eat, but as soon as her police officer boyfriend saw me, he said that she's not allowed to go out to dinner or invite me to her dance class, which is very strange. So now I'm planless, which is pretty much how I always am, but I'm planless again. So I was trying to find something else to do today, and I was walking through the street and I bumped into Joba. Joba means alcohol club, basically. And I wanted to see when it got busy there, because I wanted to stop by a little later. So I walked up to the guy and I asked him, you know, what time is it busy in Chinese? And he told me 9:30. And then I asked him if there's a nice place to eat, and he took me here. Along the way, he said that he says Maka, and a lot of times my name Mata gets mixed up with Maka, which is the Chinese word for mark. And I said, no, Mata. I said, how did you know? He said that he had just heard from his friend in Ganzhou, which is the city I was just at, that there was this foreigner riding through the area. So somebody from like almost 100 kilometers away knew me in a city I'd never been to. As I left the city I had just visited. It's weird. Anyways, I'm about to eat here. This is a nice, clean restaurant. And I think a little later I'll go to Joba. And I asked them if I could bring a camera. They said, sure. China's got a lot of different types of foods, and you might recognize this. This is a stone pot. A lot of rice dishes can come in this. A lot of restaurants specialize in this. This is pretty good. It's beef and vegetable and rice. It's probably very close to what we would think of in America. The only difference is that on the side, it's served with some chicken feet. You know, that might be a little different from what we're used to in America. Stone pot with rice and beef, check. Chicken feet, not so much checking. So this is kind of how it works out. Normally I go to a restaurant. The initial reaction is the foreigner, so they kind of stay away and don't talk to you. But pretty soon, everybody's sharing the picture, and I just took pictures with the chef, the workers, the hostess, the owner, the manager, and they're all sharing pictures now with each other of me, and it's funny. I've arrived at the JaYoe bar, but there's nobody here. At least it's a place where I can get a single drink. I say that because most places in China you have to buy like 10 or 20 bottles of beer or an entire bottle of vodka or whiskey. To be honest, regular style bars like this are not very popular in China. Most people go to a KTV with a group of friends. KTV is probably what you would consider like a karaoke bar, but nothing like a karaoke bar you know if you haven't been to Asia before. One day I'll take you to a KTV and show you what that's about. But right now I'll just sit here by my lonesome and drink my drink and go home and get ready to leave Shenzhen, headed south. Now I'm just hanging out with the bartenders and my friend from the restaurant. Yeah. So we're just gonna sit and have some drinks and enjoy the night. Fuck it, nobody else is here, it's alright. Cheers.
欢迎来到中国，欢迎来到西安。
Cheers.
来。
You gotta make the best of it. In China, they really love KTV. Even in a bar like this, they have KTV. It's really quite amazing because nobody has any. Like in America, you'd never hear somebody singing with a voice like that, but in China, even if you sound like a dead cat, it doesn't matter. They do their best.